Hey! We got the check gate yump. Let's go.
Yeah.
Dumbest yump I've ever gotten.
You know it's hot in here.
Yump. Alright, so Union Cave encounter.
And there was some type of like
Gotta work through cave
where,
as
like,
much as I
part
can.
of the normal bus route was like blocked
Our encounter
off, so I had to go a different way, and of course it was the longer way. Oh my god!
is this shiny sand shrew? Holy shit! Okay. Wow. Okay. Holy shit. But that's just because I remember being a new player and very much trusting that system to kind of guide me to. Okay, hold on. We actually have a TV here.
Oh, someone put it in my chat right now. No. Oh my god, Margot. Me and my bestie got
Okay.
matching Be the Sunshine
Next time, though.
tattoos, so do with that what you will.
PB! I've never made it this far. I have no idea what any of these stages look like. We're just gonna run forward. Okay.
Middle finger tattoos on your calves, that's amazing.
Damn it. Let's go. Okay, that was cool but creepy. One by one, their eyes closed at last. I felt it, a warm stillness falling over us. Sorry I was frightened of you. You were always protecting us, even when we couldn't see you. Take us there. Oh, nice, we got it. Cool. Cool. Okay. Was not expecting to.
Like I said, they have to like find the person.
The Kentucky Blue and the St. Augustine are neck and neck so far in the tournament. This has been an exciting spectacle, unlike any we've seen before in all my years covering this prestigious event.
Everybody knows St. Augustine is a shower, not a grower. Old Blue's got this locked.
Real YouTube is Play versus Cybertron. I really hate Mega Lapani. Okay, hello everybody. Sorry, this is gonna be a bit rushed because I had a meeting that ran late. I was supposed to play Aaron 23 minutes ago, but my meeting went very over, which is fine. But that means that I won't be able to do a big breakdown of my team because I'm already late. Fun fact. So I'll kind of explain as I go here, but here's the big summary. This is a very difficult matchup as far as I can tell for my team. Aaron's team is extremely bulky, but he's made a couple mid-season adjustments to his team that also allow it to be very scary in general and also very scary for my team specifically. One of the big themes of this season so far for me is that I have too many weaknesses to the fighting type and the fire type as well. And the problem is that Aaron has Mega Lopunny, who is a fighting type Pokemon with Scrappy, meaning it can hit my Ghost type Mega Frostlass as well as my Banette. So my ways of dealing with this Pokemon are a few and far between. Additionally, my team is very physical. I rely quite heavily on my special attackers to do, or on my Mega Evolutions to do special damage. The problem is that he has our Chaladon. So our Chaladon very physically bulky, really hard for me to break through. And as if all this weren't bad enough, as if all of this were not bad enough, he also has Rain, meaning that my Mega Frostlass, who would otherwise be somewhat effective against this team, ends up being not very effective at all. And so putting this all together, we end up in a situation where it's very tough. It's a very tough matchup. And also Aaron also has Weavile, and Weavile not only outspeeds all of my Pokemon, but it also hits a huge majority of them for super effective damage with the combination of Dark, Ice, and Fighting coverage. So in general, it's just a very tough matchup for your boy over here. That being said, I do think that like I've selected the right Pokemon for this matchup. At least I hope so. So I feel like it's not like an auto loss by any means, but the last time I played Aaron, he just kind of like trounced me, and so I'm definitely pretty nervous about this matchup. A couple of the things that I'm going to be relying on this week are there's one Pokemon that I think needs to be my defensive backbone, and that's Ariados. Ariados is a quadruple weakness to fighting and has Rage Powder, meaning it can actually effectively protect my partner Pokemon, which is really good. Ariados very good here. The other Pokemon that I'm going to be relying on here is Chesnaught. Chesnaught actually is somewhat difficult for Aaron to break through. And although he has some Ghost type Pokemon, it's not like that's kind of all he has to get through Chesnaught. So yeah, these two Pokemon feel quite important, at least to me, for getting through some of Aaron's like more immediate damage threat here. So, oh, I didn't even mention he has Sableye. Sableye also is a huge problem in closed team sheet. Oh, I should get my notebook out. Sableye, a huge issue in closed team sheet because I don't know the 4 moves that it has. So great. Okay, so I've got my notebook. I need to get a pen. 31692611. Cool. Cybertron. Let me get my pen. Great. Alrighty. Let me tell him good luck, have fun. Okay, cool. So let's see here. Perfect. Team 2, this is the right team. So these are the 6 Pokemon I'm bringing. I have a tech move that I'm excited about on Ariados. I'm running actually Sticky Web, which could potentially help with Mega Lopunny. I don't know if I'll have time to set it up, but it seemed like we're at the slot. All right, let's see here. So this is more or less what I expected, but he doesn't have Weavile, which is pretty good. He does have Toxicroak, which I didn't expect. So Sableye, Lopunny, I guess makes sense that Toxicroak is here. He also has Politoed, which I like obviously knew could come, but I also thought, actually my Chesnaught is not that good here because he has Toxicroak plus Sableye plus Sinistcha. Let's see here, Sinistcha, Politoed, and our Chaladon. Okay, so I thought Sableye, Lopunny, and Archaladon would come for sure, and then these are 3 Pokemon I thought could come. So what should I do then? You know, actually Dragonite's pretty strong here offensively. I have 2 main modes here, which are either Frostlass up front or it's Chesnaught up front. I guess this could be like coaching, maybe. I'm gonna start with Chesnaught game 1, I think. That's not right. Kangaskhan and Dragonite in the back. Yeah, and I guess the goal here is, because my Dragonite is actually pretty decent into a lot of the, my Dragonite's pretty decent into a lot of the threats here. And Ariados is really good into Toxicroak, so this seems acceptable to me, I think. We're gonna try and get a Sticky Web up if we can. But yeah, Lopunny we know has the Mega Stone. He didn't bring Steelix. I didn't think he was gonna bring Steelix, but yeah. I'm hoping that by leading Chesnaught Ariados game 1, like if I'm him, Frostlass is the most immediate, like the most obvious threat. So I'm hoping that with this, it makes it harder for him to, like I'm hoping he doesn't see this this coming. I didn't change my alt. Okay, Politoed, Toxicroak to the lead. Politoed and Toxicroak. So this is not what I expected. Politoed's Drizzile. So Dev, 1 turn of rain so far. Okay, interesting. I'm kind of tempted just to do Spiky Shield plus Protect here. See what he wants to go for. Toxicroak could have Faint, I guess. Maybe I'll go for both Iron Defense and Sticky Web. It just feels kind of risky here. I don't think I want to lose Chesnaught yet. Let's go for Spiky Shield. Let's go Iron Defense and Sticky Web here. This could really backfire. He does go for Fake Out into Spiky Joe. Okay. It's not ideal. Oh, I'm actually faster than Politoed, so he's bulky. And he goes for Weather Ball. Okay. So okay, he has Weather Ball and Fake Out. It does a lot of damage. That did way more than I expected. Could be, no, it can't be Life Orb. It's not in this regulation. And here's Sticky Web. So Sticky Web is up. Politoed has Weather. Interesting. Okay, cool. So why did it do that much damage? That might be Mystic Water. Okay, if he's modest max special attack, he can't do that much. He's got to be Mystic Water. Yeah, he did more than, yep, that's Mystic Water. Okay, cool. So we know the item. Great. I could go for Spiky Shield and Protect here. It doesn't seem like a terrible play to me. I don't hate Iron Defense and Rage Powder here either. Let's go Iron Defense and Rage Powder. We've got the Sticky Web up, so he actually switches out here, so that's really good for us. That's the second turn of rain. He's expecting a grass move here, but I don't go for it. Our Chaladon is at -1 speed. This means that the only Pokemon on his team who's not at -1 speed then is the Toxicroak. Everything else, because he didn't bring a. Oh, he missed. Oh, oh, don't mind if I do. Okay, I get +2 defense. He's got Gunk Shot, by the way, so that's scary. Gunk Shot. Okay, so do you think he lives Body Press from here? Because I don't need to go for more boosts. I could just go for Body Press on this turn. So I know, does my Ariados survive Toxicroak Gunk Shot from here? It's not very effective, but also it's not like Ariados has incredible bulk. I have 67 HP left. Gunk Shot. If he's adamant, then I'll always survive. Oh, that's great. That's excellent. So in that case, maybe I should sub, or should I Iron Defense again? I'm gonna sub, I think. And Rage Powder. Seems decent enough. He switches Toxicroak out, actually. Okay, that's not what I expected. Into Lopunny. Okay. So I'm really glad I subbed. So now we know all 4 Mons, and everything is at -1 speed. So overall, I would say that's a good start. He does not go for... Oh, that's not what I expected. Okay, he does not go for... Oh, and he's slower than me. Okay, great. It was possible that he could be faster, I think. Or maybe if he was timid, he could be faster. I forget. Okay, so now everything's at -1 speed for the rest of the game. There's only a couple more turns of rain. He goes for Electro Shot. He's at +1 special attack. Cool. So I need to be careful because this thing is at +1 special attack. Maybe I should have just Body Pressed to try and KO it. But yeah, Ariados, I think, did its job here. It got me the sub. It got me speed control. It got me +2 in Chesnaught. So Chesnaught's looking really good here. It also didn't bring a Ghost type. So that means I can just Body Press everything to death. As I can go into either Dragonite or Kangaskhan here. I'm going to go into Dragonite, I think. This gives me offensive pressure against a lot of this Pokemon. The only question is, should I go for Body Press on this turn, or should I go for... I kind of don't hate body press Mega Evolve Air Slash here. It basically, if he goes for fake out, then he has to take +2 body press. But I should probably just protect both, right? Like, is he gonna go for fake out here? Also, +2 body press should KO our Chaladon. The issue is that he's +1, so like it could really backfire. I'm gonna body press the Archaludon and protect. This is really unlikely to really like punish me super hard. He could also go for switch to Toxicroak, which I didn't respect on this turn. He's gonna have triple Axle on Lopunny. Okay, he didn't switch. This is the 4th turn of Rain, I think. Have we seen other moves here? We know Archaludon has Electro Shot. Lopunny Mega Evolved, so I've Mega Evolved, he's Mega Evolved. Let's see what he goes for here. We expect him to have triple Axle in close combat. Dragonite's looking really strong, but he does have this dual Fake Out core, which I have to watch out for. So protect from Dragonite. Let's see if he protects anything. Let's see if he goes for Fake Out. I don't expect Fake Out here. It is triple Axle. I should have just gone for Air Slash. 2 hits, please miss. He hits all 3. That should break the sub, I think. Yeah, unfortunately, he needs to hit all 3 to break the sub. I should have gone for Air Slash. That was my first instinct. So I can now lose this because if Chesnaught doesn't get the KO here, let's see if this KOs. Okay, really, really big there. Super big, super big, big if true, and it's big and true. So now I have +2 Chesnaught. And Rain is gonna end on this turn. And I got rid of the Archaludon. So my Dragonite's looking very strong here. However, it's not over yet. It's not over yet, but with the Sticky Web is making a huge difference here. Like being faster than all of these Pokemon is just like it's a really big deal as it turns out. So the problem is that Dragonite just protected. If I'd gone for Air Slash on this turn, I'd be in a spot where I could definitely win. I shouldn't have Mega Evolved. Although I guess by protecting, I kind of confirmed that I wasn't. Yeah, anything fancy here? Toxicroak comes back out. Okay, so what should I do? He's -1 speed on this thing. I kind of want to go for Spiky Shield on this turn and switch into Kangaskhan. I just need to be careful, right? Like, okay, Toxicroak at max speed. My Chesnaught's faster than max speed Adamant, but if he's Jolly, yeah, I'm 1 point faster than max speed Adamant, but we don't know if this thing is Adamant or Jolly. I would assume it's Adamant, but we don't know for sure. There's not really much point to him being Jolly, right? So I have Body Press available. I could Body Press and Air Slash trying to KO Lopunny regardless. This would put us into a 2 versus 2. I just protected. I'm gonna Body Press Lopunny and switch to Kang. I haven't revealed Spiky Shield yet. I maybe should have Spiky Shielded on this turn. I think I'm being a little bit too aggressive. Here's Kang. Let's see if he goes for Fake Out here. He goes for Fake Out. I should have protected. It's my fault. I could have Air Splashed as well. Triple Axle as well. I make the wrong play again. These are each only 90% accurate. He hits all 3 again. Okay, that's not good for me. Okay, I'm not playing super well. I've made every play. Actually, you know, it's more accurate to say he's playing very well as the rain ends here. And he's not. Oh wait, we already know that Flower Toad ends Mystic Water. I'm just gonna Body Press the Lopunny here and Fake Out. Oh, if I'd gone for Spiky Shield in that turn, I'm really like overthinking this. Although I'm a little bit afraid of Encore, so it's not so crazy that I'm making these plays. Fake Out into Toxicroak to break the Sash is good. Switches Lopunny out. Okay, so now Poly tries to take a Body Press here, which is good for me. Let's see if Toxicroak goes for Protect here. Polytoad's at -1. This Sticky Web is like the dividends the Sticky Web has paid is just ridiculous. Okay, I break the Sash here. I actually do a lot of damage here, and he's Adamant. Okay, Toxicroak is not faster at -1. Oh my god. And this thing doesn't have any recovery. So I flinched the Toxicroak. Chesnaught is faster. Fake Out did, like, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, and I didn't save my Kangaskhan set. Oh, hang on a second. Okay. Okay. 1 second. Gotta save my Kangaskhan set. So do you think double edge KOs? My instinct is yes. This thing doesn't seem very bulky. It's not very bulky. Minimum roll on double edge is 81%. So I'm gonna Body Press the Polytoad and double edge the Toxicroak here because I don't think I can survive. Okay, here's double edge. He might not have Protect. Here's turn 2 of Rain. Okay, I get the KO. Fake Out into double edge KOs Toxicroak. In the rain. Awesome. Polytoad goes down. And now I don't really want to reveal my item on my Kangaskhan, so I think so I can play for differential, in which case I should stay in with Kangaskhan here, or I can switch out. All we've seen from Lopunny so far is triple axle, right? We haven't seen an air move. Find some speed. I don't want to reveal how fast Kangaskhan is. Wait, is my Kangaskhan faster than all Lopunny? Hold on, please. I am always, yeah, I'm faster than all Lopunny. Okay, so then I don't want to reveal how fast I am. I'm gonna body press and switch to Dragonite. My Dragonite did nothing. It came in, protected, switched out. Just got completely bluffed out. So if he crits me on these triple axles, he can KO my Chesnaught, but yeah, I figured that this is a better play for a differential, and it hides information. He also confirms he has CC. So we've seen 2 of the 4 moves on Lopunny, 2 of the 4 moves on Toxicroak. Spiky Joe just completely ran away with this game. Yeah, I got to +2 and then completely ran away with it. So that's really that's a good feeling for sure. Our Charlton dies to +2. Here, down dies 2 +2 body press. Cool. So Spiky Joe was really good there. I did not show Spiky Shield on Spiky Joe either. So I think that also the sticky web made a huge difference. I feel like I was a little bit greedy to go for it in the first turn, but it paid off like dividends in such a huge way. So what's he gonna do in game 2 is the question. I wanted to do my Frostlass mode, but I'm not actually sure it works that well. It's the truth. Like, okay, I'm thinking like, yeah, I could do Frostlass up front, but the thing about doing Frostlass up front is since he has Toxicroak and it has Fake Out, it's like not so easy for me, right? But I have my own Fake Out as well. I'm just not sure if Frostless is gonna work here. Like Spiky Joe is pretty good, and he doesn't have a clear answer for it. Should I just run it back with Spiky Joe? Like I could, right? Although my Ariados took a lot of damage. Okay, if I'm him, I'm doing. Let's do 1, 2, 3. Spiky Joe in the back? There's no way that works, right? It's gotta be Kang, I think, if I'm doing this. This is my all-in on Frostless mode. I don't know. I kind of feel like I should bring Spiky Joe again. If I'm him, I'm probably leading Lopunny, right? Also, I was really aggressive not protecting that game. I think this game I need to protect more. I'm gonna lead. Well, the thing about, okay, here's the thing about leading Lopunny is that it's not so easy for him to get through Ariados unless he has Giga Impact, in which case I'll kill him. I'll kill him dead in the street. Let's see what he leads here. Polytoad was pretty threatening offensively, truth be told. Let's see what he does here. Sableye Lopunny. Okay, so we see a new Pokemon here as well as Lopunny. So this could be Taunt Sableye, I guess. Taunt Sableye would be pretty bad for me. I want to protect both, but I don't want to give him a free turn here. Did he bring triple Fake Out? Probably not, right? The thing is, if I'm wrong, I'm in big trouble. Let me just protect both. It's not flashy and it can be punished, but it's not a terrible move by any means. The Sableye can do a lot of really annoying things. Protect Frostlass. Protect Ariados. This thing, the Lopunny should have a really hard time breaking through Ariados. I'm just worried about Taunt right now. Fake Out. Okay, that confirms a third move into my Frostlass. So what's Sableye doing? Rain Dance, Light Screen, Taunt. It does have Taunt. Okay, cool. So in that case, I think what I'm supposed to do here is go for Mega Evolve and just Raw Blizzard. Although, maybe I Rage Pet or Nasty Plot here. Because I'm gonna get taunted. I'm Rage Pet or Nasty Plotting. Okay, so Taunt Sableye is not good for me. And Sableye has Taunt. Okay, he's not going for Protect. Ideally, this is close combat. Taunt from Sableye into my Ariados. I do get taunted. That sucks. Triple Axle. Okay, nice play. So I didn't have to Rage Better there. Please miss. Dude, what is this thing That's crazy. Oh, and okay, he hits all 3 again, and he gets the crit. Okay, so I can't go for sticky web this game, which is bad. I'm at +2 now. Okay, so I want to go for protect here, and I think I want to switch into one of these two. I guess it should be Kangaskhan. It's very obvious. Oh, is he gonna go for? Oh, hang on a second. I'm really stupid. My Kangaskhan speed tie is max speed Toxic Rogue. I didn't think about that. If he's max speed adamant, we're speed tying, which is very bad for me. I think I might get 4-0 this game, which would be bad for sure. All we've seen from Sableye so far is the. Oh, we could have Encore as well. It's totally possible. Maybe the problem is I don't know the moves on the Sableye, right? I think I was supposed to just go for Blizzard on that turn to get some damage down. Like Mega Evolve Blizzard rather than going for Nasty Plot. Okay, protect here. Nice. Light Scream from Sableye. We don't know the item yet. Close combat, he makes the read actually, which is a crazy thing to say. He gets this off. I guess one takes it, but yeah, now I'm actually in pretty major danger, right? Okay. Let's go for, okay, he's made the read. I could make the read back and go for Blizzard plus Fake Out here. Okay, if he's Encore, he actually has a safe play here, which is to go for, oh, you know what I could do? Sneaky, sneaky. I can switch back to Ariados. Okay, I have to call whether or not he's gonna attack here. If he has, it depends on if he has Encore. Switch plus Double Edge. Let's see if he attacks. This is a very risky play. We actually don't know if he has Protect at all. Yeah, maybe, you know, I don't actually know that he has Protect. He probably has a move that can damage me, right? So this is maybe foolish. Oh, I should have just gone for Fake Out plus Blizzard. Like, I think oh, he switches. I should have just Fake Outed into Politoed. Okay, I get good damage on Politoed, but I'm still in pretty major danger, right? Because he's got Light Screen up and I just gave up my boost. Oh, I should have just attacked. That's my fault. That's super my fault. Okay, let's see what happens here. He goes for Foul Play, it looks like. Wow, I could have done so many things. Take the recoil damage. Foul Play into my Kang. That's crazy. Oh man, okay, he's really got me here. I don't think I can win this anymore because of the fact that I can't get through the Sableye. I needed to do attack on that turn. That was just a really aggressive play for no reason. So I have a call to make here. I can go for something like Rage Powder here. I think I'm just supposed to Rage Powder and Nasty Plot, to be honest. I think he brings in Lopunny this turn, and then I have to figure out from there. We've seen Foul Play as well, so we know it is Taunt, we know it is Light Screen, we know it is Foul Play. I'd love to know what the item is on this thing. He actually goes for a Chaladon here, interestingly enough, as I go for Rage Powder. So this is good in the sense that with Light Screen active, taunts me. Okay. I don't think that this thing has, how many Light Screens of Light Screen are left? And 3, okay. So this thing, our Chaladon at +2. This is my Frostlass in Light Screen. Blizzard is gonna do like no damage here. I'm gonna go Protect plus Nightshade here. I don't think this thing has Encore. This could really backfire if he brings in Lopunny on this turn, but hopefully he doesn't do that. The question is his last move Rain Dance? That's ultimately what this comes down to in my mind, is does he have Rain Dance? Because it actually is still winnable for me. Under specific conditions, basically. I think I could win this still. If his Sableye is... Okay, he didn't switch. That's the first thing. Also, how many turns... I guess I don't need to count the rain turns because I am going to Mega Evolve. He goes for Flash Cannon, okay, and Foul Play. Interesting. So I get some Nightshade damage off here. Doubles me. So that kind of implies he doesn't have Rain Dance, right? Here's Nightshade. Stamina confirmed. These leftovers. Okay. You know, it's not giga over. It's just a little bit over. Let's find out what his item is here. Also, how much do you think I take from Flash Cannon? I didn't even calculate. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, I'm giga dead. Oops. I don't live this. Ooh, that's not good. That's really not good. Okay. I mean, I went on if I crit either move here, then I'm in good shape. The problem is that I thought that I would live foul play plus, I really thought I'd live foul play plus Flash Cannon, but it looks like I do not. Oh, I really do not. Okay, foul play is going to do like 50% of my frost loss. Okay, I need a crit or a freeze. The odds aren't 0%, but they're not great either. He protects our Chalodon. Hang on a second. If he's not light clay, if I get the Sableye with this double up, he was afraid I'd KO, which is possible. I'm assuming he's like max bulk, which he might not be. I think that's got to be in range of Nightshade, right? That might not be in range of Nightshade. Okay, here's foul play. Does a lot of damage, just like almost half my health, which is a crazy statement. Okay, here's Nightshade. Ah, I get the kill. Okay. Does Light Screen end this turn, or is there one more left? Leftovers again. I might need Raw Blizzard here. Oh, and they're not Light Clay, not Light Clay. Okay, so Light Screen's now gone. That means that our Chalodon, I think, is in range of Shadow Ball. This game is not over, although I may need to get a little lucky to win. Actually, because I have Thunderbolt on the Rotom Frost, and he has to go for close combat if he wants to kill me, this game is not over. Because Light Screen ending on the turn where I get the Sableye is a big deal. We never figured out the last move on Sableye. I wish I could set Sticky Web up, but I don't think I'm allowed to. No more Light Screen. Our Chalodon +2 Shadow Ball from Mega Frostlass, because it changed to Dark type. That's why I'm like, why is this doing no damage? Blizzard's minimum is 90% if he's super bulky. A lot when he's back out. Okay. So I can go protect on this turn if I want. I can't protect. Whoopsie. So I guess I'm supposed to go for, he's gonna make the read. He's just gonna kill my Ariados this turn, which I guess is fine. And then it just comes down to whether or not I hit double Blizzard and Rain. Yeah, whatever. Like, he's gonna make the read. I know. Okay, Nightshade plus protect. Okay, I thought I had one. I thought taunt ended. Oh, he must have taunted on the turn where I went for Rage Powder. He's gonna kill me. I'm dead. I'm giga dead. Yeah, Madge. Okay, Politoed's back out. Just fine. It's all good. Double Edge from Kangaskhan from earlier, potentially playing a big role. Here's Rain for 1. Let's see if he kills me on this turn. He goes for Electroshock. He's made so many correct reads, right? He's, yeah, really outplaying me. Does Ariados survive this? I mean, I'm calcing it, but I can just look at the screen. I live? Or does the crit from earlier boom me? The crit from earlier ends up being a huge difference maker here. Okay, he may have played into a spot where he can win regardless, which is unfortunate for me. Okay. Yeah, he's played really well. He probably deserves to win this game, but he hasn't won yet, and that is important. So I have Electroweb or I have Thunderbolt, but I have to lock into one. I'm just gonna go, you know, I'm gonna play as if, what's he gonna do? Oh, do I die to Weather Ball? I should have just Blizzarded. I could go Thunderbolt plus Shadow Ball, but then I think I lose for sure because I'll have Fake Out Pressure. So I think I have to lock Electroweb then. And then do I want to go for Blizzard here? Yeah. Okay, I could have made the read here, but I didn't really want to. I go for Electroweb. I need to hit this. You know, actually, Electroweb might KO this Poly. Nah, it's pretty bulky, right? If I don't get it. Okay. Good job, Rotom. I was torn between being bulky and offensive on Rotom, so it may be that was the best case scenario. So now I think it's a true 50-50 because he can Electroweb either of my or he can fake out either of my Pokemon. And if he gets it wrong, then he loses. Like if he fake out Frostlass, he would have to fake out and attack Frostlass. I have to Electro first of all. So the question is, do I attack with Frostlass or do I go for a Shadow Ball here and try and KO Chaladon? Or do I mean, I should Blizzard if I'm gonna make this kind of play, right? I'm gonna make the most obvious play again. I'm gonna make the obvious protect play for the 8th time in a row. I think he probably wants to fake out Rotom, but the thing is that he's read me so many times that eventually he has to start asking himself, like, surely he's not gonna let me do it again, right? And the thing about this position is that if he's wrong and I just click Blizzard and I hit both, which he will be thinking about for sure, then he will lose the game. So it like my thought process is basically I'm up a game, I'm down to just make the obvious play for the 10th time in a row, because even if I get it, like if all the pressure's on him to get it right, he got it right again. I don't think my Rotom survives this. Oh, okay, he hedged. Okay, so now it comes down to, does Blizzard hit? I think. I need to hit both or else I'm dead, I think. So I Electro Web here and I go for, he's almost out of time. I wish I could take a timer. I think I'm just gonna click Blizzard in the rain. I think I'm just gonna say it's a 50-50 to hit both. Like hitting both is a 50% chance here. I could Shadow Ball to hedge, but then I would lose. So I think I have to go Electro Web plus Blizzard here and say, God, I hope this connects. So but also factoring Electro Web, it can miss. Okay, it doesn't miss. Okay. I need to hit both on the Blizzard. If I hit both, I win, which I probably don't deserve. He's played better than me. +1 defense, doesn't matter. Frostless? Does it kill? Okay, I don't think I deserve to win that. I think Aaron played better. But I feel like here's my thought process. It's basically I was like, okay, like Mega Frostless, I've got it out of the weather control so many times. I've never seen it miss a Blizzard. So I was like, yeah, maybe it'll work for me. So really well played to Aaron. I think that I had probably a team advantage based on the sets we brought, and based on how that game went. It was tough. I think there was a spot in the mid game where like I made a big mistake by switching my Frostless out, not realizing that his Lopunny didn't have Protect. But also, like, yeah, I was able to kind of position well. I think Ariados was a real MVP there. It really kept my team safe. But yeah, he made so many calls correct. But yeah, in the end, I was able to do it with some luck. So let me tell him GG's. But yeah, with that, I say GG's, man. Sorry about the Blizzards. You know, I feel a little bit, let me say that Blizzard. I feel a little bit better because I guess he did hit every single triple axle and never missed one. And if he hadn't hit and crit like all three on the Ariados in game 2, then like I probably wouldn't have been in range of Electro Shot. Like I think he needed all three to hit and the third one to crit to get like to put my Ariados in range. And if Ariados wasn't in range, then things get different. So I think with that, actually, we're now 5-1 in the league, and there's only 1 week left. So I think with that, I can say confidently we have guaranteed we advance to top cut. Which is nice, which is really nice. Yeah, I felt like, you know, so this was playing this league at a time where I was just so busy, was like just, yeah, not something that was super easy for me. Like I think especially in the early weeks, I struggled because I just didn't have a lot of time to prep. And yeah, I feel really good about making it back, especially because, yeah, the teams are really good this season. And also like, I feel like my team, like it has a lot of defensive weaknesses. And so being able to say, you know what, despite all the problems that I've had with fighting and fire types, I still made it to top cut. That feels good. But the regular season isn't over yet, and we have actually the rematch next week against the defending champion, James Beck. So yeah, look forward to that. Good games to Aaron. Please check out his channel if you haven't already. And yeah, with that, I feel pretty good about our win, and yeah, we're moving on to top cut. So see you next week for the final week of the regular season, and then after that, it'll be top cut. Bye bye.
Welcome back, New York Yankees fans, to Week 6 of the Wolfie Draft League Season 2 season. We're coming up against the Jubilife Piplups this week, and they're coached by James Beck. Luckily, you know, he's just a world-renowned battler, so it shouldn't be too hard for us. Man, it's been a tough season, but I'm holding my head up high. I've been having fun bringing some unique stuff each week, and that's kind of my role here this season after my draft. I talked about it a couple weeks back, but I realized that drafting Pokemon I'm not familiar with, not the smartest thing, not the time to learn new things in the middle of a competitive season where everyone is super good at VGC, but we're here to try to snag a win on James this week. Let's go over his potential team. He's got 10 Pokemon, just like the rest of us, and boy, howdy are they doozies. All right, he has a Mega Blastoise, and the Mega Blastoise is terrifying. It can get Shell Smash. I think it can actually get Water Spout. Pretty positive it does. It's a disgusting threat, especially if you can get it under Tailwind or put it beside Fake Out Pressure, which I don't believe James, he has one Fake Out Mon. Maybe he has zero. Oh, Blastoise is the Fake Out Mon that he has. That's right. So, doesn't really have that option, which is cool, which is great. Then he has Dragapult, crazy fast Pokemon. I almost picked this up, actually. I really wish I did, just because I'm more familiar with that style of Pokemon. But it's just a very fast, super versatile attacker, can hit physical, special, or run support with Will-O-Wisp. Very cool Pokemon. Then we see Mega Lucario, a Mega worth its weight against my team. Unfortunately, it outspeeds my Mega Floette and pretty much one-shots me, I believe, with Meteor Mash. I don't even think I can EV forward it because the adaptability is just too strong. I do take it out if I have the speed up. I believe a Moonblast, Neutral Moonblast, does take it out with Fairy Aura. I might need Helping Hand, though, to make that happen. We'll see. But Mega Lucario, huge threat to my team. Garchomp does like it, but Garchomp hates Mega Blastoise, and Garchomp hates a lot of things that are on my opponent's squad. Next up, speaking of things I hate, is Rotom Heat. Rotom Heat destroys my Milotic overnight. It's brutal, obviously. That's all I can really say about it. I know this Pokemon is coming this week for sure. It absolutely is going to come to the battle, and it has a really good matchup into most of my team. It also walls my Floette, right? It resists Fairy type moves, so just a brutal mon for me to have to go up against. My only answer is like my Milotic or my Garchomp, but I think they just do so poorly into the rest of this team. I don't even know if I can bring them. Then we have Vivian. Vivian's a really cool Pokemon, and I hate it so much because it gets Compound Eyes, which means it gets accurate Sleep Powders and accurate Hurricanes. Not 100% accurate on those, but more accurate than most Pokemon that learn those moves. So James doesn't have to worry about putting up Rain because Hurricane is pretty accurate. I think it's like 91% or something like that, and over 90%. So very strong Pokemon. Sleep Powder is terrifying to go up against. This thing is also not that slow, so it's tough to deal with. I'm gonna be bringing a Scarfer to deal with it. Then we have Snorlax. Snorlax I'm not super threatened by. I do have my Tauros with close combat that does do a ton of damage. Enough to where like my Floette can pick up the knockout afterwards. So I'm not too scared of Snorlax, but we'll see. Maybe James will cook with it. I do think it probably comes to this fight, but maybe not. We'll see. Next up is Serena. So Serena's scared because of its ability. It has Queenly Majesty to stop my Fake Out. Now, I don't have an obvious Fake Out user. I have Meowstic, but most people don't run Fake Out on Meowstic. So I think there's a chance Serena doesn't come, and if it doesn't, I think Meowstic has a much better matchup. Then we see Aromatisse. I'm not going to talk too much about Aromatisse. I don't think it's coming. Espathra. Espathra is a 5-point Dreamer. This thing has Speed Boost. This thing has Baton Pass. This thing gets a signature move called Lumina Crash that guarantees to lower the special defense of the target by 2. It's honestly a crazy pickup. I pretty much believe it will come today because even against, Umbreon is probably the only thing that does well into it on my team, but Umbreon doesn't hit that hard. So the only thing it does is that it snarls, so it shuts down Baton Pass, which is good. Then we see Hisuian Samurott. Hisuian Samurott was another really cool pickup because of its ability. It actually dishes out a ton of damage. It's kind of like Cleavor in that way, where because of sharpness, they just are able to do so much more damage than you'd expect from these Pokemon. And Samurott is very good. I don't think it has a great matchup into my team because it's the Dark type and I have the Mega Floette, so I actually don't think it's going to come. Let me give you my prediction of what I think is going to come. I think Mega Blastoise definitely comes, Mega Lucario definitely comes, Rotom definitely comes. Those three, 100% coming. I think then most likely Vivian comes because the option for Sleep Powder. After that, I'm a little lost in the sauce. I'd say, I guess because I have Mega Floette, maybe Dragapult doesn't come. Otherwise, I think it would, but I think Mega Floette makes Dragapult unable to come. Just because I've also been using Umbreon a lot. I guess no Dragapult. If no Dragapult, I'm gonna say Serena because of the Queenly Majesty. But I think that's not obvious now that I think about it. I don't think Serena comes. I think Serena is Espathra. I think he's gonna leave behind Snorlax, Aromatisse, Hisuian Samurott, and Dragapult. That's kind of what I'm thinking here. Now let's go over the team that I built for James. All right, so first and foremost, we do have our Max Sauce Floette. We are bringing our round 1 pick 1 finally, and I feel like it can do okay this week. Now, like I said, it does fear Lucario a ton. And unfortunately, my team fears Lucario. I don't think the only Pokemon that kind of did okay was Milotic, but like I said, I didn't feel comfortable bringing Milotic this week due to the Rotom and due to like the passive specificity of Milotic. But here we go, we have Floette. And just as a side note, we did cook in the Discord for this. A lot of shady people came together and kind of gave their 2 cents because it's late in the season. I want the Shady people to be involved. We're running Draining Kiss, Moonblast, Protect and Calm Mind. I feel like there's gonna be opportunity to Calm Mind during this set, especially because we have Fake Out and Rage Powder pressure on our team. So I think just going for that is great. I wasn't sure what to drop, Draining Kiss or Moonblast. I was getting sold on Draining Kiss a ton and how much HP you can recover when you're not running max HP. So I decided to go with that over Dazzling Gleam, but I still needed the single target power of Moonblast for sure. Up next, we have our Meowstic with Prankster, and we're running Fake Out, Screens, and Psychic. Very self-explanatory. This thing is supposed to just give us a little bit of pressure with Fake Out. When something dies, it can come in and say, hey, it's time to fake something out. Screens are there so that with Reflect, if Maxos is healthy, maybe it survives a Meteor Mash. Maybe. I think it actually can with the way we're EV'd with the max defense. So that should be good. Up next, we have our Redirect or our Rage Powder. This is probably our most likely lead game one is going to be Rage Powder Maxos. Just because if Serena's there, I don't want to rely on the Fake Out. So I think that it makes the most sense to just do this. We have Rage Powder, Leech Seed, Protect, and Super Fang. So this guy's job is to Rage Powder first and foremost, and then it's to cut something in half that normally Maxos wouldn't be able to take out. I'm pretty sure if I cut a Snorlax in half, Moonblast will OHKO it. So that will be pretty cool if that happens. Leech Seed is also there because I'm afraid of Baton Pass, and I want to at least seed the Espathra when I can. Because then it passes the seeds along, and that's kind of nice. Up next, we have our Choice Scarf Tauros. I felt like this was necessary because it does outspeed and one-shot Mega Lucario. I think it's just a no-brainer for me. We're running Rock Slide, Flare Blitz, Close Combat, and Lash Out. Lash Out is just there in case Dragapult comes. I could have gone EQ, but I felt like Lash Out made more sense to cover for the Dragapult. I doubt I'll click it. I've never clicked this move before in my life, but who knows? Today could be the day. We're running enough speed to outspeed the Dragapult as well. A Jolly Dragapult. It's outsped by this Tauros with these EVs, and its job is to click Close Combat and Flare Blitz on the Lucario, basically. And I guess Close Combat and Snorlax as well. And I guess Flare Blitz on Vivian. Then we have our Umbreon, who I said I'd bring all the time, and we have a Helping Hand, Snarl, Charm, and Yawn. So this thing is meant to be super annoying. We can lower special attack with Snarl, we can lower physical attack with Charm, we can Helping Hand our Maxos to pick up important KOs, and we can Yawn to put things to sleep. That is the goal, that is the dream, it is why we are here, and it is what we will do. Our final Pokemon is Drampa. I'm gonna just give you a spoiler alert here. I don't think Drampa's coming. There's just, it loses to Lucario. It has Glare, just in case, but it's here in case there's some sort of Rain Dance Water Spout nonsense that I don't want to deal with. So I wanted to have Cloud9 in the back just in case there was just Water Spouts, but I just don't see Drampa coming to this match at all. So week 6, let's see if we can pick up a win today against James. Let's go Mankeys. All right, it is battle time against James. Let's see how this team pans out. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Listen, it's one of our first times actually trying to use Floette, right? I don't think we've tried to use it at all, not even a little bit. So the one big thing in prep that I mentioned I was kind of scared about is I don't know if Chopple's going to be worth it. Okay, Espathra, Blastoise, Vivian. So we don't see Serena. That's really good for Fake Out. I think I feel pretty comfy leading Maxos, Meowstic. The only problem doing that is the inner focus potential on the Lucario. That's a little bit problematic. I don't want to get too far into my head over that though, because Scoville and Maxos is a very good lead. It is a very, very good lead. I like it a lot. I think we can just do that and not go Fake Out, and we'll save Fake Out for game 2. I will say that overall though, looking at this team, if it's special Lucario, which I mean, I don't think it is. I'm going to bring Tauros in the back because I don't think it's special Lucario. And then I'm going to bring, I almost want to bring Meowstic again, like as our second support Pokemon over Umbreon. But Snarl does feel really strong here. I don't have a fighting type weakness yet on the team for the Lucario. So it feels okay to do. I also like the idea, I mean, unfortunately, if Lax is running like, I don't know if Lax gets body press, but if it's running body press is a little bit of an issue for my team in general, because he could be raising his defense. So my Charm won't matter, won't be a physically defensive. Snarl is pretty good here though. I think I am gonna go with Umbreon as our 4th in game 1. And I think this is gonna be a simple lead. It's gonna be Rage Powder, Calm Mind if Espathra leads, and otherwise it's gonna be do big damage for once with Flower. That's what it will be. It will be do big damage with Flower for once. We see Rotom, Vivian. Okay, so this is kind of okay. Now, Rotom is a scary guy. I think that we can Mega Evolve, Calm Mind, and probably Rage Powder here because of the Sleep Powder potential, right? Vivian, the big problem with Vivian potentially is the Sleep Powder. So I think just leading Scoville and going Rage Powder, I mean, it stinks a little bit because it's very readable. It's very, very readable, but I still think it's the right play. We might even see like Protect Discharge here. I don't know what, Rotom might want to click Nasty Plot, honestly, which is why I had to bring Calm Mind in my opinion. Otherwise I really don't get to do too much here. We'll see what happens. You're going to see Vivian actually go for the protect. Okay, so I'm really glad I didn't rely on fake out for this one. We will just go Rage Powder. So any single target moves will go into our Scovillain here. And then we should, I mean, I think Calm Mind is pretty safe here overall. I don't know what Rotom wants to do on this turn, but I do like getting a +1 flower for the first time in the Wolfie Draft League. Feels pretty good. Electro Web to lower my speed. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, I do not like that. I do not like that at all. But Vivian did already protect. So we're gonna see a special attack increase, which literally doesn't matter at all in my set. And then I think that we Moonblast that slot. Like we just Moonblast the Vivian slot, or I go for a Draining Kiss since I'm probably gonna take some damage here. It's probably just as effective, right? I would think so. I am going to Rage Powder here. Now if it's Quiver Dance Vivian, that would blow me away. I don't even know if that's a thing. Like I know that it learns it in other games. I've never seen Vivian in Champions click Quiver Dance. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. I think that I am kind of forced to Rage Powder here. It feels a little bit bad. Like I kind of want to Leech Seed instead. The Electro Web is really, really smart though. I really like the Electro Web. Very, very cool bring, especially because I don't have the Milotic this week. We're gonna see Hurricane does connect, and my Sash is broken, so this probably just takes me out. Yeah, it just takes me out, unfortunately. I feel like maybe that Hurricane didn't go into my Floette. I'm the slowest Floette in all the land now, unfortunately, which means I'm pretty much always, unless I save, well, I don't have Meowstic anymore, to be fair. I was gonna say, unless I save my Meowstic's fake out for later, but I didn't bring Meowstic here. So we'll see a Focus Sash on the Vivian. Pretty unfortunate, but I will get back up to full HP, right? I probably could have just protected my Rage Powder. Okay, so here's the thing. I think this is 100% Tauros Hours. Now, I know it's using our Intimidate early, but here's why I think it's Tauros Hours. I think that we are free to go for another Calm Mind here, and I'm gonna Rock Slide here. It's obvious a sin, but it doesn't matter. I'm still gonna Rock Slide. Vivian's gonna protect, and I kind of need this Tauros to flinch the Rotom to feel like pretty comfy in this situation. We'll see. A flinch would go like Insano Psycho. It would go Insano Psycho. We do not get the flinch, and we do get Electro Web. So, of course, I'm swapping my Tauros out, right? My Vivian can sit here and feel pretty comfy. It is at +2/+2, so obviously the big need here is physical attacks right now. I really wish if Umbreon was Meowstic, I actually would be in great shape. I don't know if +2 Draining Kiss actually takes Rotom out, but I'm really not hyper concerned. I'm gonna swap the Tauros out because I kind of need to, and I am just gonna let Vivian sit there. Like, it might click the sleep button. This is a little dangerous. I probably should Rock Slide again because I'm still fast enough. I'm still faster than Vivian. So maybe I should Rock Slide again and just get a double knockout. Yeah, and then swap with the Umbreon. That's probably the better play. That's probably the better play, but I really want to preserve the fake out. I don't want to, I mean, I really want to preserve the, ooh, we're gonna see Tailwind. That's really good for him. That's really, really smart. Thankfully, I don't think I'm gonna knock anyone out here, which is actually sneak attack good, because I need to burn the Tailwind turn. So we're gonna Draining Kiss, not knock out the Rotom, right? No Rotom knocked out. And now I think the trick here, because I'm gonna need to charm the Lucario when it comes in. I actually wish I had my double right now, but I don't have my doubling offensive. I actually think yawning something is gonna be worth it. So we've seen Tailwind, Protect, Hurricane. Is the last one Sleep Powder? I don't know. I think I'm gonna leave Vivian alone because it is a little less threatening. I could just Protect Yawn, but I don't want to risk. I don't think the Lucario comes in here, but I don't want to risk it. Yeah, I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk Lucario coming in here because if the Lucario comes in, it's probably going to come in on the Rotom slot. So let's go ahead and Yawn the Rotom. We're gonna see Vivian Protect again. That's fine. I just want to burn this Tailwind. So I'm fine with just going for Protect. I kind of don't like revealing it, but it is what it is. Overheat's gonna come out into the Umbreon. Probably do, it does okay damage. It does more than I want it to, if I'm honest with you. It does do more than I want it to. So we're gonna Yawn this thing. Now, I'd say the quote unquote problem here, let's see, let's try to math this out. 2 turns of Tailwind left. So I can Protect on the following turn. I mean, my Maxos is super slow, and it's always slower than Lucario. So there's no real reason to swap it out. Like, even though my speed is down in the floor, it doesn't actually matter. I think we can go for the double knockout here. Or, do we go for double knockout? Yeah, let's Draining Kiss this slot, and then let's Snarl. My Umbreon is taking too much damage, but I think that I can survive a hurricane. I can. I don't think I'll survive a second overheat though. Yeah, I won't. That's probably the end of that game, unfortunately. Not running protect there, and also I'm trying not to think about the fact that I'm getting hit by hurricane, but it is compound eyes, isn't it? It is compound eyes. Now all James has to do is not go into his Lucario right now. If he just doesn't go into Lucario, he probably just wins. Although to be fair, I guess all I need to do is dodge one. No, because can I click? Oh, he goes to Lucario right now. Okay, wait a minute. There's hope. There's a little tiny baby hope. Inner focus. I can't intimidate it anyway. That's right. I do think that I always Moonblast. I think Drain. I don't know if Drain Kiss is enough at +2. I'm always going to Moonblast Lucario, and then I am going to. I guess I could hope he Megas for adaptability, and then my Rock Slide flinch. Oh no, he's got Tailwind up still. All right, so I actually have to. I think it matters. I think he's in the winning position basically no matter what. I'm gonna go Moonblast here. I think Maxos does die, and then I'm going to. What's his team? What's the rest of his team? I can't see it. I'm gonna Flare Blitz the Lucario as well. I think we'll see Mega Lucario here. Oh man, if Umbreon was, I mean, I am max special bulk, but I'm not max HP. So I tried to cover all my angles with that thing. Really, if that was Meowstic, I actually feel so confident. If that was Meowstic, I actually feel so confident. So I'm not going into game 2. Oh my gosh. I mean, I know that it's a little bit boosted. What does it get boosted by? 30%? I guess it gets boosted by 30%, right? So Hurricane becomes 91% accurate. I would like one miss though. I would like one miss. All right, Vivian is an absolute monster and cannot be left alone. I cannot leave Vivian alone at all. There's just no way. Because it has the Tailwind as well, that's gonna be brutal. I'd say what stinks is that James is a very seasoned battler, so he's gonna be able to adjust super well regardless. I don't think I'll get into a situation where I get the +2 again with Floette. And unfortunately, because Lucario's, knowing that Lucario is Meteor Mash, we now know that it's physical. I do think I think I might actually lead the Meowstic instead. I think I still have to bring Tauros. Unfortunately, Umbreon just is not, I don't think Umbreon's gonna be the play at all in this one. I'm just gonna leave Umbreon completely behind. Like I'm bringing 2 support, 1 special attacker, 1 physical attacker right now, right? That's what we're bringing. He didn't bring the Lax. I don't think he needs the Lax, if I'm honest with you, especially because he's seen my set. And the Electro Web is really strong. I didn't even think about that. I really do wish I brought my Milotic. My Milotic would, I didn't want to bring my Milotic or Corviknight because Rotom just poops on them. But at least my Milotic with competitive would have been like, hey, I can take an Electro Web. I could take one. And then my competitive boost goes off. So that would be at least a little disheartening for them. Maybe Drampa was supposed to come to this fight. But introducing Drampa as a Lucario weakness when we already have one Lucario weakness with Floette is really, really bad. It is super unfortunate that I think the only way, I think I have to like really preserve Tauros till Lucario comes out. He has to Mega Evolve and then I have to Intimidate. Because otherwise it's just gonna be, I'm always gonna get one shot by Meteor Mash, right? Well, no, that's not true. Okay, we do see a Spathor Snorlax this time. Okay, this is definitely memes. Definitely half memes. I don't like this. I am going to Mega Evolve Calm Mind, and I am going to fake out. I think I'm actually gonna fake out Snorlax, considering a Spathor is probably Speed Boost Protect, right? Like it's most likely Speed Boost Protect. It could Calm Mind here, which would be dangerous if it Calm Mind's turn 1. But I think that maybe Meowstic being a wild card will put fear into the heart of James. I don't think so. It's a Meowstic, but you never really know. You never really know. I'll Mega Evolve turn 1. Obviously and surely. Let's see. Can I bring this to a game 3? That would be sick. That would be sick. Fairy Aura. Okay. Fake out. Into the Snorlax. Oh, there's no Protect. Ooh, that's bad. No Protect on a Spathor is really, really bad. We're going to see Lumina Crash here. Lumina Crash is going to reduce my special defense harshly. Now my special defense will go up by 1. So I think the question here becomes like, what do I do? What do I do? Is it actually special Snorlax is the question, right? That would be insane. I'm going to Draining Kiss Snorlax, and just in case it is, I'm gonna Light Screen here. I think I'm supposed to Light Screen here. Now I could see a world where Meowstic gets semi-targeted now because of the fake out reveal. Spathor's gonna protect. Okay, that's a great turn for me. That's a great turn. That's a great turn. Reflect would have been better. Do not get it twisted. Reflect would have been better. Because now maybe this thing has like steel move slam dot deck and will one-shot me. We'll find out. Let's see. Is it steel move dot deck? Gunk shot. Does that take me out? I think it does. It doesn't. Okay. All right. I really needed to reflect there. I desperately needed to reflect there. I want to reflect on all my decisions now. Espathra probably, I don't know if it takes me out. I don't think it does. I don't think Espathra takes me out. But if I stay in, I do just lose this Pokemon completely, huh? I can't swap into Tauros because Lumina Crash. Oof, I'm in a bad way. I'm in a very bad way. I don't think Protect does anything from here. I'm going to Drain Kiss this slot in case the Baton Pass comes out, and I'm just going to reflect and hope for a Gunk Shot miss. I'm just going to reflect and hope for a Gunk Shot miss. I think that's all I can do. Oh, dude, Gunk Shot is so good because what, do I survive this? I don't. I thought I did. Because Gunk Shot hits my Rage Powder user as well really hard. It's a bad way. We're in a really bad way. Obviously, we just lost our offense, our complete offense. Wow, that lead is actually just better against my lead. Is there anything I can do here? I can be really annoying and go for Leech Seed. Gunk Shot is still gonna wreck my family lineage though, but I literally need my Tauros in the back. I don't know what to do here. I mean, I think the game is over turn 1. Unfortunately, game 1 was much better. Did not anticipate the Gunk Shot. So I can cut Espathra in half. I think what I actually want to do is just Leech Seed Espathra and maybe swap out into Tauros and get an Intimidate off on the Snorlax, I guess. I don't think he ever actually Baton Passes yet, except strictly for memes. But I don't think he does it yet. It would be great if he did, because I'm pretty sure I Baton Passes Intimidate as well. We're just gonna see Lumina Crash into our Scavillain. My special defense does get lowered by 2. Dude, that is such a good move. It's such a good move on a question mark of a Pokemon. Okay. So now the question is, now what? Gunk Shot comes out. Do I just die to this? I don't. I eat it so well. I'm so healthy about it. I'm so unbelievably healthy. Lumina Crash does just knock out Tauros, unfortunately. Lumina Crash also knocks out Scavillain. So I don't know where he wants to go here, besides to the winner's table. My speed rises sharply. Wait a minute. I have -3 special defense. My speed is up though. My speed is so high. I could Protect, and I think I will. Do I actually switch into Meowstic here? I think I do. I think I swap into Meowstic. Because like Lumina Crash just destroys Tauros, obviously. So Lumina Crash probably goes into Meowstic. We'll Protect and get a little bit more recovery. Let's see, Gunk Shot can miss. Ooh, he does Lumina Crash. Yeah, obviously Lumina Crash is that slot. I take -2. I'm sad about it. It's fine though. We get some more recovery. My special defense does fall harshly. You have Facade Snorlax, not gonna do anything to my Meowstic thanks to our screens, and the fact that you're intimidated. So Lax is pretty useless here at this point. Although I think a Lumina Crash does destroy Scavillain now, right? Like, I mean, I'm at -3. We saw what it did when it was neutral. Oh, that's what we need! Wait a minute! There's a little life here. There's a little life. Okay, so what we can do is we can Leech Seed the Lax slot, and we can fake out the Espathra. Nah, Scavillain's making this a movie right now. I'll tell you what. Trying its absolute hardest. I love this thing so much. Oh, that's so funny, dude. That's a comedy for me. The fake out is obvious, but I don't care. Actually withdraws the Espathra, doesn't Baton Pass because of the Leech Seed. Yeah, I mean, that's super valid. You just read me like a book, bro. Oh, you just read me like a book. Get fake outed, nerd. Yeah, I was red hardcore. I was red hardcore. Listen, I need a defense buff right now. Massive defense buff right now. My light screen does wear up, but there's no special attackers out. My speed rises sharply again. I am the fastest Scavillain in all the land. So the question now becomes, is there a point in Super Fanging Lucario and Psychicking it? I really want to at least see the Lax. The Lax is useless though. The Lax is actually useless. I don't know the Protect here. Do I need to Protect? I think I might need to Protect. No, I'm stronger, but I don't do anything. Am I stronger? I mean faster. I think he knows that I want to Protect. I'm gonna Leech Seed Lucario, and I'm going to Psychic Lucario as well. I'm gonna call Lax a non-threat at this point, so there's a chance it switches. And maybe it Protects and switches, but I don't know. I am kind of happy I foiled the Speed Boost Baton Pass. I know that it was there. I know it had to be there. There's no way it wasn't. There's no way it wasn't. We'll get a Leech Seed off. That's cool. That's cool, I guess. I would have loved that last turn. I'm pretty sure Lucario will still knock me out with close combat, right? Like, come on. CC into this, I have to die. Yeah, I have to die. I don't know, like, I don't know what else I do in that position though, man. Like, I really, really don't. I guess I protect. I guess I do just protect. I protect, I do a good amount of damage to the Lucario. Belly drum! This guy's a psychopath. This guy's a grade A psychopath. Okay, that does put me in a tough spot, right? That puts me in a little bit of a tough spot because I have to close combat. So we've seen Facade, Belly Drum, we've seen Gunk Shot. Have we seen Protect on Lax? Ugh, this is an annoying turn. This is a very annoying turn. I think I just close combat. I don't think Psychic takes out Snorlax. Snorlax is the bigger threat right now. My least favorite sentence I've ever said in my life. As much as I want, do I reflect here? Lucario might take Meowstic out anyway, so let's just reflect. Like, I think if I go for Psychic, I might get no value out of the Meowstic turn, but at least if I get the reflect off. I mean, Lucario's -1 attack, right? So maybe he doesn't, but I will knock out this Snorlax, and that's what Tauros gets to do. Let's go, Tauros. Now you're at -1/-1, and you're doomed for death. You are destined for death, that is for certain. We're gonna see a CC into our -1 Tauros. We do hang about, which is pretty cool. Not gonna lie, that's a pretty cool thing. We also get some Elite Seed recovery on that. Okay. You know what? We be sapping. We be straight up sapping. Now, can a close combat Tauros seal the deal for us? No, it cannot. Not even a little bit, not even remotely close. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. I don't think Flare Blitz would have taken out Snorlax though. So it's one of those daggers and a half. Have we seen his last Pokemon? Can I check that? I don't know if this game lets me check that. Pokemon. We have not seen if it's Rotom, Vivian, or Blastoise. I think it'll come out now. I think it's gonna be Vivian, unfortunately. We'll just close combat here, and then I will Psychic on the Espathra slot. In case Lucario does just click Protect. It doesn't click Protect. We get to take Lucario out of the close combat. Obviously, Lumina Crash is gonna destroy my family lineage, like without a doubt. I'm at -2, so it cancels out my, I don't even think my light screen's up anymore. I'm at -2. Lumina Crash comes out, bodies me to oblivion, regardless of if light screen was up. Dude, Espathra's such a good Pokemon. What a cool pickup. What a very cool pickup. Oh my goodness. I don't even know how many points it was, but that thing is good. I think it's very, very good. Hopefully he just has Vivian here. He can land a Hurricane and put Salt in the Wound. That would be ideal. That would be the ideal scenario here. We're gonna see Speed Boost, and I think that is all. I guess maybe I just go for, yeah, it's Vivian. I think that we just were supposed to go for Flare Blitz and hope that maybe it takes us Snorlax. I don't think it does. I don't think it does. I don't, listen, we haven't won a week, and I know that's sad for us Mankeys fans. Listen, I'm the one playing them. It's sad for me. But I kind of knew right after week 2 when we had no trades available that I did not draft. I did not draft well. And we will try to get a win though next week. I promise. We're gonna try our best. And he lands another Hurricane. I quit. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate your support. We will see you next week for the final week of our Wolfie Draft League Season 2 season. We'll see you then. Peace.
Platinum Kaizo is the latest ultra-difficult Pokemon ROM hack, and I got challenged by Kaya Coliseum to attempt a hardcore Nuzlocke using only blue-colored Pokemon. This was all part of the Rainbow Race, an event to raise money for the Gaming Foundation, where streamers, each assigned a different color, raced to beat the same section of Platinum Kaizo with the least number of deaths. So this wasn't about speed. Well, it was a little bit about speed because time was used to determine tiebreakers, plus we only had 8 hours to complete the entire race. And by 8 hours, I of course mean 5.5 hours because I had to drive to my local barbecue restaurant before it closed so that I could pick up the wallet that I left there earlier in the week, as one does. But the point is that this race is mostly about precision, not blistering speed. The only catch? Damage calculators are completely banned. Take your fancy newfangled computers and abaci and throw them away. This playthrough was entirely based on gut intuition and our deep internal knowledge of the game. Though this is Platinum Kaizo, a game that makes changes to virtually every single Pokemon and move, so if you don't have a ton of experience playing this specific game, which I don't, you're probably shit out of luck. And also, 8 of these fights take place in the fog, which instantly reduces the accuracy of every move by 40%, adding an insane amount of variability that is virtually impossible to fully consider when planning out battles.
I'm in danger.
Well, there's the rub. I was unprepared, uninformed, and unhaired. All I could do was ball hard and hope that the cloth of averages had my back. So after a quick look at my box, revealing that roughly 80% of my Pokemon are water types, I cobbled together something resembling a halfway decent team and beeline to the Claimberclaw Cliffs, where the first of my 18 opponents awaits. This is Galactic Terra. Her team features a heat-proof explosion fortress, a thick fat swords dance Torterra, a calm mind Driftblim, a bright powder head smash Rampardos, a pressure toxic stall Wailord, and a life orb super buffed Castform. My plan, in air quotes, is to lead Blastoise and hopefully two-shot Fortress with Water Pulse, since in PK, that's short for Platinum Kaizo, Water Pulse is one of the several moves with perfect accuracy. And fortunately, it does two-shot when the first Water Pulse is a critical hit.
Nice. God, we're so good at this game.
Now, since battle animations are off, don't worry, we'll fix that for the next fight. It might be hard to tell, but Fortress is actually moving before Blastoise to set up 2 layers of toxic spikes here. That's because in PK, all hazard moves are priority to make it easier for the enemy to set them up. Yeah, that's just the kind of game this is. With Fortress dead, Torterra comes in second, so I switched to Tangrowth on a Swords Dance.
That's unideal. We're going to Energy Ball. Stone Edge is gonna hurt, but it's not that bad. It's okay, it's gonna miss.
Like I said, we're balling hard. I switch back to Blastoise, whose shell armor means that she can't get crit. Stone Edge number 3 connects, which is unideal, but with a perfectly accurate Aurora Beam, we take the kill and Castform comes in third. So next it's out to Chimecho, who takes the KO with a super effective Aura Sphere. Against Driftblim, I switch to Luxray on an Ominous Wind, hoping to rip a massive Reckless boosted Wild Charge for the KO, but we miss.
God damn it, Luxray, you suck!
Perfectly reasonable response, especially because she just became completely dead weight thanks to an Ominous Wind critical hit, which admittedly is much better than an Omni boost. I have no choice now but to switch to Walrein, whose filter ability makes an Aura Sphere do virtually nothing. And so I start going for Ice Ball, which has been changed to a physical version of Blizzard, meaning that in the fog, it has an accuracy of 42%. It's a foolproof plan that obviously works perfectly. This brings in the frankly terrifying Rampardos, and my only hope is a little blue slug.
Does Water Pulse get this kill? I think it does. I think the Water Pulse just straight up kills. We're level 65.
Well, that means that the Dawn gets nailed by a very nasty +2 superpower before getting the KO, so now all 6 of my Pokemon are barely alive, and I still have to deal with Terra's Wailord. But the good news is that Gastrodon has the ability Dry Skin, and is therefore immune to Wailord's only attacking move. The bad news is she also knows Toxic, and Double Team, and Rest. So what follows is an extremely tedious and high-stakes stall session that several times comes extremely close to disaster. But after what feels like days, and what actually is almost 15 full minutes, Wailord starts struggling, and thanks to Chimecho's recovers, we miraculously defeat Terra completely deathless.
We did it! I don't even care! I bet everybody's on to like their 6th trainer, but we did it, baby! We did it!
1 down, 17 to go. But there is actually a benefit to being the slowest Nuzlocker this side of the Mississippi, because part of the Rainbow Race is that for every $1,000 collectively raised for the Gaming Foundation, we all get to unlock a new item. So while I was busy living out the life of Captain Ahab, we had already raised $3,230, meaning that I was free to score a Rage Candy Bar, the equivalent of a Super Citrus Berry in PK, as well as a Mystic Water and a Rindo Berry, the latter of which could come in handy given that I have like 16 water types. But spoiler alert, it doesn't. Anyways, next up is the double battle against Team Galactic Squad Themisto, and my plan is to hope that they misto my Pokemon. Their lead is a Parasect with Spore and Follow Me, as well as a belly drumming Baton Pass Hypno. So by pre-sleeping my Pokemon so that they wake up on the very first turn, this forces Parasect to use Follow Me, and Jumpluff gladly obliges by taking the kill with an Aerial Ace. Swampert then rips an Earthquake for over 50%, thereby thwarting Hypno's attempt at a belly drum, exactly as I had hoped. This brings in Solrock third. Not great given Jumpluff's weakness to rock slides, but she's gonna have to suck it up and lock in because Swamp Daddy's got a fixin' for spamming some EQs. Our Seed Bomb connects and does fantastic damage, though sadly Swampert goes 1 for 2 as his second EQ misses and lets Hypno hit a Zen Headbutt. Solrock then proceeds to use the dumbest move in the game, Double Team. Sorry, I thought this was Platinum Kaizo, not the Heart Gold and Soul Silver Kanto postgame. That means we now have a lovely 45% chance to hit this thing, so I decided to focus on taking out Hypno, which eventually happens, though it does mean that Jumpluff eats a Rock Slide and now needs to switch out as Blaziken comes in fourth. I go to Feraligatr, whose battle armor will keep him safe from critical hits, and with the combination of the two Water-type starters, we do get the double kill, meaning that now we're facing off against Tentacruel and Banette.
It's a little ballsy, but here's what I'm doing. Let's just try it. Let's just freaking try it. Okay, we got one of them at least. Is that a kill? No. Acupressure.
Wait, what? I genuinely had no idea that you could use acupressure on an ally. That's actually even a thing in the vanilla games. And a speed boost to Banette isn't great since she now outspeeds our Swellow, but a Shadow Punch doesn't do much to Feraligatr, so with an Aerial Ace boosted by Guts, Swellow gets the penultimate KO, and then Feraligatr scores the final one for another deathless win. One of my favorite parts of playing games like Platinum Kaizo is that they feel both familiar and fresh at the same time. Just like the sponsor of this video, Anemo, a next-gen creature-capturing open-world RPG. I first heard about Anemo at PAX East, where they had a massive booth, but I didn't get a chance to try out the demo there because standing in line for more than 5 minutes feels like resigning to the inevitability of death. So I was really excited to partner with Anemo because they just opened their global closed beta on July 9th and updated a lot of new content. And guys, I really think you're gonna love this game. The premise is familiar. You play as a pathfinder who explores a massive open world filled with unique Anemo species that grow and evolve into stronger forms. But what sets Anemo apart from some other creature capture games is the twine mechanic that lets you spiritually bond with and physically control your Anemo to explore the world around you. The new global closed beta features a brand new map called Crescent Bay with new Anemo, a new boss fight, and there's tons of rewards and badges to collect that you can only complete by twining with specific Anemo like Ember Pup, which, let's be honest, everyone knew was going to be my favorite. I'm basic. For me, the most important part of any creature capture game is the creatures, and man, if some of these Anemo fellas aren't the cutest little guys I've ever seen.
Cuter than me?
Yes, cuter than you. It's not even close. Rude! Anemos also have multiple different forms to catch and collect, including the ultra-rare Prismana form. Seriously, the more I played Anemo, the more impressed I was. So if you're excited to check out Anemo later in 2026, be sure to pre-register to get rewards during the global launch and wishlist on your platform of choice using the link in the description down below. Thanks so much to Anemo for sponsoring this video. Now, let's get back to the challenge. We're back to a single battle for the matchup against Galactic Thebe, and the trick to his team is that he has an Arena Trap Dugtrio, meaning that you need to be really careful about what Pokemon you're baiting in after any given KO. If Dugtrio comes in at the wrong time, he's just gonna rip us apart like a freshly baked loaf of sourdough bread, and we won't have any say in it. Fortunately, the switch in AI for PK is identical to the vanilla games, so this is something I actually can plan for. Thebe's first Pokemon is a Swalot, who, like with literally 90% of the lead Pokemon in PK, has priority hazards, though for some reason against Swampert, he chooses not to use them, so we just get the quick KO with an Earthquake. That brings in Breloom, granting a safe switch to Swellow on a Spore. And then, of course, we can just take the KO with an Aerial Ace, even through his held Koba Berry. So next is Ampharos, who brings with him a critical question. Is a Guts-boosted, double-powered Fachade enough to get the KO? Ampharos has no guard, meaning that we are guaranteed to hit, but if the Naked Ovine is bulky enough to survive our hit, then Swellow, basically my strongest and fastest Pokemon, will absolutely be dead to a Zap Cannon. Without a damage calculator, there was no way to know. It was a complete gut check, and I was stressed. My mind became filled with self-doubt. Was I overestimating Swellow? Was I underestimating Ampharos? The pressure to get this turn right was overwhelming, until suddenly, I heard a voice call out to me from the great beyond.
Brother, send this. Nobody has ever had this as much as you have this right now.
And with those reassuring words, I knew what had to be done.
Come on, Swellow. Come on, Chief. Let's go! Hey! My go!
Thanks, Wacko. Rest in peace, man.
Rest in peace. I'm not dead. I just got a job.
At least he died doing what he loves. Swellow can now also one-shot Dugtrio with an Aerial Ace, so I'm feeling great. For about 10 seconds until Spiritomb comes out. See, I was expecting Togekiss. Spiritomb is bad because he knows Pursuit, which in PK has 70 base power. So switching out is probably gonna be an instant KO on Swellow, meaning that I decide to just rip a Brave Bird instead. WWWD, am I right?
The fog giveth and it taketh away!
I have absolutely no idea if Swellow is dead to a Pursuit there. Probably, but I'm not about to do a post-mortem calc. You never look a gift horse in the mouth. The best thing to do is just get on and ride it off into the sunset. I mean, when has a gift horse ever ended poorly for anyone? It's not like there's a bunch of Greeks hiding inside the horse or something. That would be silly. Thebes' last Mon is a Togekiss, so Lantern walls him easy enough, netting us our third consecutive deathless victory. Plus, it's only taken like an hour and a half. Again, it's not really about speed, so we're doing great here, and with over $5,000 raised, I can now pick up a Wide Lens and a Custap Berry. Galactic Europa's got a team of bulky SOBs, starting first with Nidoqueen, who Blastoise can two-shot with Water Pulse. But that brings in Cradily with an excruciating moveset, especially since my team doesn't have many ways to hit her for super effective damage. I decide to go with Toxicroak, my only fighting type, who can also conveniently soak up Nidoqueen's Toxic Spikes, though this does mean that Cradily gets to set up a substitute. Now, our Revenge does break that sub on the following turn, though I also learn in real time that it no longer has negative priority. Not a big deal for this turn, but it does mean that we won't be getting the double damage I was expecting. And what follows is a brutal series of events as Cradily sets up Leech Seed, Toxicroak misses her next Revenge, and then we get nailed by a Swallow, which in PK is a trapping move. So the combination of the chip damage from both is really bad, especially since Cradily can use a combination of Substitute and Recover to more or less stall us out. Since I can't switch and I don't have enough damage, Toxicroak is as good as dead. And thanks to an insult to injury miss with her last Revenge, she dies with Cradily at full freaking HP. It's a harsh and immediate come down from the last 3 fights. We were officially no longer deathless. I bring Blastoise back in and decide to just start ripping Aurora Beams, which do tragically little damage, though at the very least they cannot miss. And since Cradily chooses to just not click recover, we do eventually win this matchup. Brutal proof that Toxicroak's death was completely in vain and completely avoidable. Kicking myself, I brace for Europa's third Pokemon, Walrein. She's got Belly Drum, though her only Ice-type move is the weak Ice Shard, so my plan is to bring in the physically bulky Tangrowth and attempt to snag a quick KO with Energy Ball. However, Tangrowth has different plans, and proceeds to miss Energy Ball 6 times in a row! That is some Duke basketball, Squidward with a fork, Homer Simpson's level choking. Tangrowth's laying in more shit than bed at this point. She just got hired to be an NFL ref on the spot. Hell's Kitchen has a new crime-fighting lawyer. Call her a problematic Sandra Bullock movie from the late 2000s. Not to be hyperbolic, but this might be the most infuriating thing that's ever happened to anyone in the history of the world. 0.4% chance. A 0.4% chance to miss 6 energy balls. You, Tangrowth. I guess Blastoise has gotta do everything because he comes back in, and with a bajillion Dark Pulses, some of which hit, we eventually get the kill on Walrein. Why Europa never went for Belly Drum is one of life's greatest mysteries, but it 100% saved me from a full-blown wipe. Her Frostlass is walled by Tentacruel until she switches out into Slowbro, so I bring in Sharpedo to deal solid damage with Crunch.
There's no way this is a one-shot, unfortunately. Never mind.
Well, Sharpedo quickly finishes off Frostlass with a perfectly accurate Water Pulse before Europa is down to her final Pokemon, Jinx, who will absolutely die to a Crunch if we can connect. But Jinx also doesn't have a Psychic-type move, meaning that Tentacruel can easily wall and stall with a combination of Toxic and Water Pulse. So with that, we've navigated absolutely brutal RNG to beat Europa completely deathless. Oh no, wait, Toxicroak died. That was just so long ago and so many missed energy balls ago that I completely forgot about it. RIP to a real one, but soldier on we must. And perhaps I should address the elephant in the room. It'd be real great if I could get rid of this fog, right? Now, there does happen to be a move that does just that. In fact, it's aptly named Defog, but using it in the overworld does not actually remove the fog in battle. You actually have to click the move during each individual fight. And as part of the Rainbow Race, each competitor was given at least one Pokemon that could learn it. So what was my Defog Pokemon? Surskit. Mother frickin' Surskit. No way that guy's getting off a Defog without immediately dying. Now, you might think that maybe I could level up Surskit to evolve him into a Masquerain, since there's not actually any level caps during this event. It's obviously against the rules to just train against wild Pokemon, but by giving Surskit an XP share, we would be able to evolve him after just a few battles. The issue is that Masquerain is not a blue Pokemon, and using him is surely against the rules, so I simply don't bother. Wait, what? How is this a blue Pokemon? Well, that sucks, but regardless, I was operating under the assumption that I had 0 Defog users, and honestly, as infuriating as Tangrowth's infinite misses were, the fog has probably helped me out about as much as it has hurt. Galactic Pluto is our next enemy, and has a pretty underwhelming team, at least for my specific box. Chimecho, who is also very questionably blue, somehow manages to slice through Glalie, Lucario, and Marowak like a trifecta of perfectly cooked fish fillets before tapping out against Arbok, who just becomes fodder for Swampert. Dusclops has Double Team and Pain Split and some other annoying stuff, but he's completely useless in the face of Tentacruel's Toxic. So last is a Lapra, who fails to click Block before clicking Perish Song, which means that all I have to do is switch out, and then he falls a few turns later. That means we've got the second double battle of the challenge, this time against Galactic Io. Her team's got some extremely powerful attackers in the form of Salamence and Porygon Z, as well as a Shadow Tag Gengar, a Pursuiting Drapion, a Belly Drum Magmortar, and a Follow Me Ariados. Without a fighting type, I never had one, that Porygon Z in particular is a massive problem, especially because of the way the Switch AI works in double battles. See, unlike in single battles, which follow a very predictable logic based on your current Pokemon to choose which one of your enemy's Pokemon will come out next, in double battles, the AI randomly chooses between which of your 2 current Pokemon it uses for that calc. So if your two Pokemon bait out two different Pokemon from your opponent, it's a 50-50 coin toss as to which one comes out, making it much harder to predict a board state at any given point. All this to say, I was once again kinda winging this fight. The idea was to have Swellow immediately kill Io's lead Ariados with a boosted Aerial Ace, which I figured would surely be enough even after an Intimidate, but it is not. In fact, it's not even close, and Rock Slide from Magmortar is pretty bad, especially because we also got trapped in by Spiderweb, and Blastoise's Water Pulse is just barely not enough for the KO, though a Confusion means that Swellow does have a better chance of surviving this next turn. So Aerial Ace gets Follow Mead into Ariados, and then Magmortar goes for his attack, but gets hit in Confusion. Swellow lives, though it doesn't feel great to now be facing off against Drapion and Porygon Z, the latter of which gets a special attack boost from Download. In PK, Hyper Beam, Porygon Z's move of choice here, has been changed to be a recoil move with 180 base power. So I'm in a lot of trouble.
Here's what we have to do. I think Drapion goes for Pursuit here if I had to guess. So I think it's a throw to switch out. I think the only way I can win this is with a miss. Come on, Swellow, come on, Swellow. You want to live. You want to live, Swellow. You hit, so that's a good first start. That definitely kills. Holy f***ing shit.
That's fine, those were terrible Pokemon. So now we're facing off against Salamence and Drapion with Empoleon and Tentacruel. An Ice Beam triggers Salamence's Yache Berry and brings her into the yellow. Dragon Rush hits Tentacruel hard. Acupressure raises Salamence's special defense stat, and then Aqua Cutter connects on Drapion for extremely mediocre damage. I decide to double up the Drapion with Empoleon's Quick Claw Aqua Cutter missing and Tentacruel's Water Pulse doing fantastic damage, as Salamence also changes her target, opting for a Draco Meteor into Empoleon for minimal damage. Drapion then goes for another Acupressure, this time on himself for a defense boost. Another Water Pulse KOs the pesky pest, and then Salamence nonsensically opts for a Heat Wave, though that ends up burning Empoleon such that his Aqua Cutter no longer picks up the KO in return. Inconvenient given that Gengar is last and now traps us in with Shadow Tag, but it's fine. Gengar protects and I take the KO with a Water Pulse to make this a 2v1, or like a 1.5v1. Regardless, that's enough. Gengar falls before she can get any more KOs with Perish Song, so the battle is won, though our death toll has now risen to 3 lost souls. And yet, there's little time to rest. We were swiftly approaching the 3-hour mark of the race. The barbecue joint was closing in another 3 hours, and it was a 15-minute drive away. So I had less than 2.5 hours left to finish this run. Now, maybe winning the race was impossible. I mean, it was. At this point, someone had already finished with, like, less than 3 deaths. But I could still achieve a moral victory. I could still conquer Platinum Kaizo and beat this challenge with only blue Pokemon. I just really had to start moving. Next up is a double battle date with Commander Jupiter, whose team is just not super chill. A double intimidating lead, both with Rage, which is now 70 base power fighting type Pursuit, a levitating Magnezone, a pure power Medicham, a freaking Regirock, I guess, and then a Tangrowth with Frenzy Plant, which, like Hyper Beam, is now a recoil move. Surely she will miss all her moves too, right? Without much thought, I launch into this battle and send out Chimecho and Lantern, hoping that the Fog Gods grant me some grace in these first few turns. And they do. Tauros misses his Earthquake, Aura Sphere brings him down into the red, and then Lantern's Shockwave does less than 50% thanks to Gyarados' held Wakan Berry, letting her set up a Dragon Dance. Now you'd think that'd be scary, and it would be were it not for the fact that Gyarados misses a Rage, and Tauros once again misses his Earthquake, letting us get the double KO completely for free, just like I planned. So that brings in Tangrowth and Medicham. I switch Lantern out into Jumpluff, and then somehow Chimecho is the fastest Mon on the field, ripping a massive Shadow Ball into Medicham before she goes for an Acupressure, That gives Tangrowth a special attack boost. Fine for now since she targeted Jump Pluff, but nobody else on my team will be able to survive that massive nuke, and to make matters worse, Tangrowth's Magic Guard ability means that she doesn't even take recoil damage from Frenzy Plant. So we're in pretty big trouble. The only thing I can do is trust Chimecho and hope that we either flinch with Extrasensory or she dodges the attack. Fortunately, she's never led me astray before. So Jump Pluff kills Metacham with Aerial Ace, and then...
Come on, Chimichow. Oh, no! I'm so screwed!
No time to mourn. Tentacruel and Regirock take the field. Aerial Ace does nothing to Tangrowth, but with a little bit of luck, Sludge Bomb also connects and Chimecho's killer falls. Things are looking up.
Oh, Regirock has Ice Punch. I did not see that. Bye, Jump Pluff. Miss, 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 miss!
Last two Pokemon now. I switch Jump Pluff to Walrein as Tentacruel maintains offensive momentum with Water Pulse. Lock On sets Magnezone up for a scary Zap Cannon, and then Regirock misses their second Ice Punch, so we should be fine here. I switch Walrein into Swampert, Water Pulse kills Regirock, and then Zap Cannon goes into Tentacruel, though somehow she manages to survive. Bless the 10 level advantage, I guess. Well, with a switch to Lantern, we're able to close things out against Jupiter, but poor Chimecho is certainly the most brutal death of the run so far. She was an incredible teammate, a fierce battler, a wonderful listener, and a talented chef. She'll be greatly missed. Though with that victory, we've officially made it to Celestic Town, and we're free from the fog that has been plaguing this entire challenge. Galactic Mercury is another double battle, though with only 5 Pokemon, he's by far the easiest one so far. His Honchkrow wants to set up Tailwind, which is also a priority in PK, so I can lock him in with Walrein's Encore, such that this fight is basically a 2v1 that my Ice types proceed to completely dominate for a much needed simple victory. Because next up is the fight against Cyrus, who not only has such powerhouses as Metagross, Salamence, Weavile, Rotom Frost, and Suicune, he also leads with a Deoxys that has been buffed in PK. And the battle once again takes place in the fog, so that's awesome. Time is of the essence, meaning that after little more than 10 minutes of prep, our battle begins. Against Deoxys, I send out Empoleon. The plan? Knock off for massive damage, and after a Stealth Rock, it works. Deoxys gets hit hard, though it's of course not enough for the KO, and on the following turn, Cyrus switches out and brings in Weavile, who at least loses his Focus Band, I guess. I bring in Azumarill, and without her secondary Fairy typing, she's not quite the counter that I was hoping she'd be, but even so, she does just barely survive a Technician Feint attack to retaliate with a Brick Break for the clean KO. Against Rotom Frost, a Ghost Electric type in Gen 4, I bring in Lantern, who's immune to Shockwave, and eventually gets the KO with a series of Water Pulses. Next up, Deoxys again, so Empoleon comes in to finish what he started, though not without letting another layer of spikes get set up. And fourth is Salamence with Rage, forcing me to stay in.
I kinda need this to go Dragon Dance. Okay, that's fine. It shouldn't kill. It is 70 base power, but does this one shot? Does this one shot? It's naive. Rage can miss. Yes!
The fog giveth and the fog taketh away. Metagross is next, so it's off to Swampert on an Earthquake. Ironic, since that's exactly what we'll be doing, and since ours is super effective and has stab, it's enough for the clean KO. So last for Cyrus is Suicune, and unfortunately, we've really got Nothing for this guy on account of the whole 80% of my Pokemon are water types thing. Like with Terra's Wailord, Suicune has pressure and rest for stalling purposes, but unlike the fat fish, Suicune also has Calm Mind to set up and deal massive damage with Water Pulse and Ominous Wind. The latter only has 5 PP, so if I can stall that out, then Gastrodon once again walls our foe completely, but that's a tall order, especially with a mostly beaten and bruised team. Shame I don't have a normal type and never did. Long story short, we gotta do another PP stall here, and this one does not go nearly as well, with Suicune managing to kill my Kingdra with one of their 5 Ominous Winds. I also get one critical hit away from a full-on wipe, as Suicune's 5th and final Ominous Wind leaves Gastrodon with 15 HP. But since the little slug lives, she's now free to sit on Suicune until they run out of PP and finally fall to their own struggle recoil. And for those of you keeping score, that's now 9 of the Rainbow Race's 18 battles completed in a little over 4 hours. We are seemingly only just now at the halfway point, with less than 90 minutes left before I gotta make like a tree and leave. But the good news is that the second half of these fights are much shorter because each and every trainer only has 1 Pokemon. The trick is that in order to fight them, you're only allowed to have 1 Pokemon in your party. This means that these 9 trainers are all extremely high-risk fights. Lose a Pokemon and you lose the entire run. There was actually nothing stopping me from flying to Route 210 and doing all these trainers first, with the
and then flicking with the C-stick. Put these bombs down in a pattern kind of like that, and hopefully they'll all blow up. Ideally, you'll get them all to blow up by the time the first bomb blows up, so you can just run through there quickly. But as long as you get some kind of machine going, it's okay, I think. Right here, you want to put a bomb down and then run forward. I didn't make it. Ideally, what
You're dead. Yours might be too. Give it a little stretch.
I can't believe I died to these ghosts. God damn it.
Oh my god. Okay, what are we doing? I don't know what we're doing. Go!
I love that I have this mini forge now. I knew the Dragon 2 things were good for something.
Oh, 7 salute to Slugma. Sorry, buddy. Can you get one last burn for the road? Yes! Holy shit. That Slugma? Okay. I'm gonna pause. I normally don't pause in the middle of a battle to give like a eulogy to a Pokemon, but that Slugma was fucking sick. It flame bodied
everything. I'm gonna have to probably make a montage of how much that flame.
Okay. If you're wondering why you have to hit that block, it's because that block will then turn into a brown used block, which will then actually trigger the block snake. If you don't hit that block underneath and just land on top of it like that, the game doesn't register it as like a used block yet, so it doesn't actually start the block snake. Oh, I thought I did that too early. Thank you for letting me just go. Woo! Did not mean to say woo right as the coin said woo also. That was funny. I can assure you I had no idea that's actually what the coin said when I was saying woo there. I read what to do there a little too late. Okay. A little coin trail heavy 2019 self, but otherwise very good flow. So I'm proud of you.
Oh, but this is right where I was trying to go, though. Let's deal with that first.
Also, a surprising amount of ceiling slopes. I'm pretty confident in my ability to not get people stuck up there.
Why am I not doing any damage? Oh, I'm sorry, Lois, did you try to like restart?
Oh. I mean, I guess it would be that guy. On account of we just ran into you. Okay, I guess it's this guy.
Oh, this is so pretty.
Oh, it is.
It's a song in their like soundtrack, and you're like, huh? I wonder how much they had to pay for the rights to that song. That they really felt the need to like get their money's worth and reuse it.
Yeah. Alright, Chicory. I think we're good. Oh, they're both cute.
That's when she did a view?
Yeah.
You said teal?
I think play rough's smarter. It's a guaranteed kill. Because I don't know if Clawitzer lives. So we just go for the play rough. He has to go for a Hydra, which isn't stab anymore because he locked himself into Protean as a dark type.
The tiny fan facing outwards.
That's a good idea.
I don't know why our ovens always like this.
Not entirely sure why this opponent is waiting since he can really only click Hydro Pump right here. Unless he's really contemplating trying to go for Dark Flinch. Or Dark Pulse Flinch for a win. Which, I mean, I guess he could do predicting me to want to try to go into Clawitzer. But instead, we just tank the Hydro Pump because he's not Water type anymore. Good game.
Do something with the nacho cheese.
Let
That sounded worse. I'm going to lick the lid, okay? I'm gonna lick the goddamn lid.
That sounded worse.
Why do I try to I try to make things sound like mysterious and I just make them sound way worse than they actually are. The lid fell out of my hand. It knows what I've said.
Y'all are missing an adventure off cam right now.
Thank fucking God. Oh no! I hate everything. Just have a fry.
All right, H. We get to keep.
It just smells like a plushie.
Llamas with a hug redeem.
Oh. They don't stop hugging and they don't stop hugging and they don't stop hugging and they don't stop hugging.
It's me. I'm the they.
I'm the they. We're the they.
Yeah. And they.
I gotta get back.
Actually get a Volt Absorb against the Jolteon. 131 down to 92. I think I just Thunderbolt twice. Yeah, because in case it Acid Armors. Acid Armor raises regular defense, which is perfectly fine because Thunderbolt is special. That's a big crit because Vaporeon's really bulky. I was expecting that to be a 2-hit KO. Or like barely a 2-hit KO. Leftover sealed us out of range of a crit, so I wasn't really tripping about that. And we get through 7 battles back to back, deathless. Nice. I feel like that went very well. Splee, shoutouts to being a fucking amazing pivot for that fight because we were able to bait the Kimono Girls into basically everything we needed. We're gonna hope you enjoyed yourself in the world of Holiday. We'll meet again on the road ahead. Team Cherry. Nice. Yeah, 24 hours and 38 minutes for our first playthrough. That's not bad at all. I will take that. Steel Soul mode, no shade, no reviving, death is permanent, the ultimate challenge.
Oh my god. I mean, it doesn't like flood a ton here, but like, I don't know. We got a lot of trees that drop a lot of leaves, but they don't really fucking clean up. So then it rains and everyone's like, oh my god, why are the gutters flooded? And there's like a lot of like garden level apartments here, right? Where it's not necessarily like a basement apartment.
Come on!
It's definitely like
that was bullshit. I did exactly what you wanted. And then I guess I'm gonna wrap it up because I'm getting kind of tired and I'm running out of design steam, so... progress has been made on this hack for sure. I've been working on the intro levels and we managed to get the beginning parts of, or should I say the first drafts of the Mario level, the Luigi level, and the Wario level tonight. Hey, okay. What, 3-shot? 3-try? That's not too bad. Once I got used to where he was like angling a little bit more, I was definitely better with that. I had to learn the tells a little bit longer to figure out like when he was just gonna like that.